So students, as you all know that this chapter has been divided into two parts, balance of payment and exchange rate. Your balance of payments and exchange rate. We have already discussed regarding the balance of payment. We have discussed its meaning. We have discussed the structure, the components, the causes of disequilibrium in the balance of payments and how to correct that disequilibrium, except few topics that we have left out that we will study after studying the exchange rate. So under exchange rate, let me tell you according to your syllabus what things you have to learn, that means what things you have to be clear with. You should be knowing the meaning of exchange rate. You should be knowing the two systems of exchange rate determination, that is your fixed and flexible exchange rate systems. Then you should know the four important concepts of depreciation, appreciation, devaluation and revaluation of the currency. That is the meaning of these four topics, and we will also discuss the implication of these four things on the imports and exports. Now let us begin. What exchange rate is? You all must have studied, or you all must have gone through the news, or you all must have gone through the newspapers where you listen to the news that they say that the exchange rate of $1 against the Indian rupee, it has increased or decreased. Okay, see, different countries in the different they have different currencies. No country has a common currency. Okay, different countries of the world, they have different currencies. India has rupee, US has US dollars, Canada has Canadian dollars, Australia has Australian dollars, likewise your Europe has euro, Japan, China has yen, Japan has renminbi, Dubai has dirham, Saudi Arabia has riyal, and so on. Every country has its own currency. So how that particular international trade can be taken place? Because if you give dollars to any of the shopkeeper in India, they will not accept. And if you give rupee to any shopkeeper in America, in USA, they will not accept. So on what grounds the international trade will take place? If the ground on which the international trade can take place, when a particular currency can be exchanged with the other currency. Okay, for example, the dollar can be exchanged for rupee. Okay, the US dollar can be exchanged with rupee, or the rupee can be exchanged with dirhams. The dirhams can be exchanged with the euros can be exchanged with the renminbi can be exchanged with the yen can be exchanged with the Australian dollars, and so on. Each currency must be in the position to be exchanged in the other currency if the two current countries are having international trade. For the sake of simplicity, we will take the example of India and United States of America and discuss this whole topic of exchange rate. We all know that the currency of India is the Indian rupee, and the currency of United States of America is US dollars. Okay, it's US dollars. We all know. And if India and the United States of America, they are in trade with each other, that means there is some export and import between these two countries, then there will be payments and receipts. For example, if we are importing something from America, then we have to pay them in dollars, in US dollars. And for instance, if we are exporting something to USA, we are exporting something to the United States of America, then they have to pay us in the form of rupee. So different countries, they have to pay the other country in that currency which is prevalent, which is prevailing in that particular country from which we are purchasing the goods. So if the dollar and rupee cannot be exchanged or cannot be converted, then international trade is not possible. How can we convert a particular product whose value is measured in dollars into rupees? Until and unless there is some exchange rate. Okay, so what is exchange rate? Exchange rate is that rate on which a particular currencies or two particular currencies can be exchanged with one another. The rupee can be exchanged with the US dollar and the US dollar can be exchanged with rupee. This is your exchange rate. Alright, for example, if I say that $1 is equals to rupees 50. I am just giving an example that $1 is equals to rupees 50. That means if I am purchasing anything of $1, okay, if I am purchasing anything, if I am importing anything from USA which is of $1, then I have to pay 50 rupees. I have to get exchanged the 50 rupees into $1 and then I have to pay. Alright, so this is the exchange rate. This is the meaning of exchange rate. Alright, there are different exchange rate systems in the world. Okay, generally there are two types of exchange rate systems, fixed and flexible exchange rate systems. Let us understand what are these two systems.